live on YouTube. It's OEHL Hockey. It is a North Division showdown between the 8-2-0 Ripley Wolves and the 9-2-2 Saugeen Shores Winterhawks. We are at the Plex in Port Elgin, a very snowy Plex in Port Elgin, for tonight's game live on YouTube at the Real Rodgers 21. It's live OEHL Hockey from Port Elgin, Ontario, Canada. Good evening, everyone, and welcome into the Plex in Port Elgin, Ontario for tonight's North Division OEHL contest between the 8-2-0 Ripley Wolves and the host 9-2-2, first place in the North, Saugeen Shores Winterhawks. It's going to be an absolute dynamite contest between these two powerhouses in the North Division. Saugeen Shores, like I say, holding the number one seed in the North by a point over the Elmvale Harvesters, but they also have 3 games in hand, Ripley and Durham and Minto, for that matter, all have 3 games in hand on pretty much everybody in the North Division. We'll get into the standings in a minute. I am Andrew Rodgers, the host of your hockey game here tonight, your play-by-play commentator. I was supposed to be in Shelburne tonight, but weather decided to change that plan, and here I am in Port Elgin instead. So let's get you caught up on what we know as of this exact point. Tonight in the South, it was supposed to be Dunnville and Elora to take on the Rocks. That one was canceled. No rescheduled date for that as of yet. Over to the North, Lucknow was supposed to be in Shelburne, as mentioned, at 8:30 start, and it was canceled. That game's been rescheduled for Friday, January the 23rd in Shelburne at 8:30. Elsewhere, in Durham, it was supposed to be the Minto 81s and the Durham Thundercats. That was supposed to take place at 8:30. That game was canceled as well. No makeup date for that yet announced. But here we are, the lone game now out of 4 that is actually going to be played here at the Plex in Port Elgin between the 8-2 Ripley Wolves and the 9-2-2 Saugeen Shores Winterhawks. Ripley, 25 goals against so far. It's unbelievable. We're going to go to the South standings. Just to give you a quick update here. Seaforth, 5 points ahead of Erin, Elora, and Petrolia. You have Tavistock at 14, Dunnville at 12, Milverton at 10, Tillsonburg at 8, and Delhi with none. Over to the North. Saugeen Shores, as mentioned, 1 point over Elmvale. Currently, they've both played 13 times. Durham and Ripley, 16 points apiece. They've played 10 games each. They have 3 games in hand on both Elmvale and Saugeen Shores. So the point cushion that Saugeen Shores currently has is crucial down the stretch because those games in hand will come into play. The Georgian Bay Apple Kings, 13 games. They're 12 points. 4 points back of both Ripley and Durham. Georgian Bay looking to climb back to even 500. They are now 6-7 after a pair of wins last weekend. You have Minto. They have 3 games in hand on everyone. 5-4-1 on the season. They're 1 point back of Georgian Bay. Shelburne, 8 points. Lucknow, 7. Creemore, 4. Here's an interesting graphic for you. If the playoffs were to start today, Saugeen Shores would either draw Lucknow or Creemore. They'd play a play-in series to determine the 8th seed, and then they would play in a series 1 versus 8. Elsewhere, Shelburne would go to Elmvale, and it would be a matchup of 7 versus 2. Minto and Durham, 6 versus 3. And Georgian Bay and Ripley, 5 versus 4. On the south side, Seaforth would either get Tillsonburg or Delhi, and then you would have Milverton and Erin, Dunnville and Elora, Tavistock and Petrolia. Some great series all around that just shout juicy matchups. We're going to get into the rosters. We will start with Ripley, the visiting Ripley Wolves, the 8-2 Ripley Wolves. Starting in goal, so not dressed, not playing, in goal, number 1, Ryan Wheeler. The backup goalie tonight is number 38, Garrett Gawley. The starter is number 31, Jason Hamilton. He is 4-1 on the season. Not playing, not dressed. In terms of your roster tonight for the Ripley Wolves, number 5, Kyle Durr. Number 21, Tyler McCarthy. Number 23, Christian Monachino. Number 25, Keaton McLaughlin. Number 44, Pat Luby. Number 55, Hayden Allen. Number 78, Taylor Woolcott. and number 91, Caden Hogarth. And I believe everybody else on there is supposed to be on there. I believe. Yeah, from what I could tell, everybody else that I didn't mention is in the lineup for the Ripley Wolves here tonight. In terms of the Saugeen Shores side of things, we'll get to that here. There is one jersey that I did see out on the ice that belonged to number 2, and I'm just going to double check because I didn't have him on my sheet, but it looks like he will be playing. So I'll get confirmation for that as it would appear. So just want to double check and make sure. As I'm currently pulling up the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks roster and checking for that name, or that number, excuse me, and I don't have it, of course not. Shoot. I'm wondering if it belongs to Ethan Sprout. Actually, no, Ethan Sprout is wearing number 25. Okay, so I'm going to have to get confirmation on who is wearing jersey number 2. But I will do that. Not playing, I can tell you this. Well, actually, here's what I can tell you. The starting goaltender tonight is number 1, Clayton Fritsch. He is 6'2" The backup is number 33, Eric Paychef. Not playing, not dressed for the Winterhawks. Number 9, Logan Freiberger. Number 15, Wyatt McNabb. Number 17, Andy Fraz. Number 20, Caleb Morrison. Number 25, Matt Smallman. Number 26, Rob Flick. Number 28, Curtis Johnston. Number 42, Theo Peckham. Number 77, Jasper Akawenzi. Number 89, Luke Pither. Number 25, Ethan Sprout is on, will be the addition to this list. And I believe number 2. I got to figure out who that is. I'm going to go do that now. But that is your pregame for tonight's hockey game between the Ripley Wolves and the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks. We'll be back for the anthem and the start of the first period here in Port Elgin. Andrew Rodgers with you. Great to be with you. We'll be back for puck drop in a bit. Well, after that lovely rendition of O Canada, we are ready to go here at the Plex in Port Elgin for OEHL hockey. It's a North Division clash between two of the heavyweights. The Ripley Wolves come in 8-2 on the season. They currently sit 4th in the North Division, while the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks at 9-2 are 1st in the North. Starting in goal for the Ripley Wolves is number 31, Jason Hamilton. He is 4-1 on the season. Starting in goal for the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks is number 1, Clayton Fritsch. He is 6-2-1. Winterhawks in the all navies, while the Ripley Wolves in the away whites, and we are underway here at the Plex. Andrew Rodgers with you. Great to be alongside. This puck is back into the Winterhawks zone, and it'll be played across, and now it'll be shot up and ahead and into the Ripley zone. I think that deflected off a Ripley Wolf at the bench, and it'll be whistled down. First period action here at the Plex in Port Elgin. It's very snowy here in Saugeen Shores. Wherever you're going, make sure you're safe out there. As this puck is won back by the Winterhawks, as Hellier plays it ahead, it's tipped in by Justin Donnelly. Big collision there, and it's ahead. Ripley's got it along the sideboards, and it's going to be played in behind the net to Donnelly. Donnelly, he loses the puck, and Ripley's going to pick it up. It's off the skate and deep into the Winterhawk zone, and it'll be an icing call against the Ripley Wolves. Faceoff will come back in the Ripley end. Andrew Rodgers on the play-by-play. Great to be with you here at the Plex in Port Elgin, featuring two of the heavyweights in the north, the Ripley Wolves and the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks. Cody Britton has it now for Ripley. He'll play it ahead. It's going to come into the Winterhawk zone. They race for it there. It's in behind the net of Fritsch. Oh, there's a shot. Fritsch makes the save. Rebound is Mears in the corner. Mears back to the line. Here's a shot. Looking for a deflection. Doesn't materialize. This puck is played by the Winterhawks, but not out. Now it is. And Ripley's going to pick it up at their own end. So we played across. It's out of the reach. Bounds into the Winterhawk zone. No icing. Oh, that was odd. It was waved off, but Todd Hellier played it like it was an icing, and I don't think he heard that non-call. Here's a shot from the line. Look out! Found it off the end boards and almost got by Fritsch. Puck is now in the far corner. Ripley trying to cycle now to get some pressure here. This is back in behind of the net. Number 9 with it, that's Ethan Skinner. Back to the line. Here's a shot off a skate and into the corner. Winterhawks trying to get to the puck. They don't. It's kept in. Here's a shot, save Fritsch. A little bit of pressure by Ripley here. Back to the line, kept in by the Wolves. Here's a shot. Skinner again, centering pass. Winterhawks are going to gather it, but they can't get it out. Alkenbrack, number 90, puts it in deep. It'll be played by Ripley down low as they continue to cycle and put on the pressure here on the Winterhawks early. This will be played by the Wolves on the boards, kept in and behind the net now, and Rob White's going to come up with it, former Ripley Wolf. It's up the boards to the line, no further. Ripley hemming the Winterhawks in here. Here's a backhand pass in the middle. Connects. Here's a shot. Just fluttered wide on the blocker hand side of Fritsch. Winterhawks still can't get this puck out as they're pressured. Satosik, number 22, picks it up. Got it in the corner. Looking for a man to pass it to. Puts it down low. Here it's back to the line. Here's a shot. Fritsch, another save from out low. And now it's going to be played out finally by the Winterhawks. Good pressure by Ripley. They got their legs early. Back in the Ripley zone. It'll be played up the boards. Now it's going to come out. Here comes Mike Howes, number 12. He goes to the backhand, puts it on Fritsch, but it'll be played by the Winterhawks, and now they're going to try and get this puck out. It's played across. This is Josh Erbschot with it, number 12. He'll play it ahead, and it's going to be tipped in by the Winterhawks. They'll go in after it. Played in behind the net. Ripley's just going to gain it control, and they're going to bring it up the ice. This is across the blue line and into the Winterhawk zone. Bodies flying everywhere in the corner. This will be played by Chad Jones. as he had it stripped away, and now Erbshot picks it up, and he'll dump it into the Ripley zone. It'll be played by Ship into the netting and out of play. So we'll get another whistle here. Face-off is going to be outside the Ripley zone. 16-17 to go here in the first. We're tied at zeros. Wearing number 2 is Clayton Fitzsimmons. I got that notification right before puck drop. Wearing number 25 is Ethan Frouts, or Froats. So like floats, but with an R. I found that out also. It's not Sprouts, or Sprout. So apologies for that mix-up. But we got it all figured out now. Ripley brings this puck up the boards, and they skate it out into the neutral zone. It'll come in across the Winterhawks line. This is a cross. Here's Mears, makes a move, shoots, scores! The captain on the board for the Ripley Wolves. Number 16, Garrett Mears, goes high glove after a beautiful move inside the blue line. And Mears makes it 1-0 Ripley here in the first. That is his 12th of the season. So Mears opens the scoring. Something he's done a lot over his senior hockey career. And that makes it 1-0 Ripley with 15:40 to go here in the first. Mears on the board. It's 1-0 for the Ripley Wolves. Ripley with some pressure early here in this game, and it's resulted in a 1-0 score. It's out the other side. Fritsch got a piece and almost sneaked in behind him. Winterhawks on their heels in this first. They're going to turn it up. Here's Donnelly to the middle. Miles McLean went down in a heap. It's dumped out by the Wolves. It's a delayed offside, and it's touched by Ripley, and it's going to be whistled down. And this will, I believe, come all the way back into the Ripley zone for this face-off. Donnelly in to take the draw. Marlowe and McLean on the wings. Marlowe put it to the middle. McLean went down, or Donnelly went down that time. And this is Alcombrack in the corner. Big hit by Marlowe. Played around, and it's out the other side for Ripley. They're going to play it out. And across the Winterhawks line they come. Here's a shot saved by Fritsch. Winterhawks going to try and get this up the boards. They can't. And now they're going to try again, and they do. As Jones played it all the way out. Winterhawks get a change, allowing Ripley some time here. And Calling put it into the Winterhawks zone. They'll go in after it. Satosik on the forecheck. There's Jones trying to gather it in the corner for Saugeen Shores. Ripley comes away. Satosik looking in behind the net now. Puts it there. Calling to the middle. Satosik fanned on that, and it's Winterhawks trying to get this puck out. They can't. It's still kept in by the Wolves. Calling after Fritsch. Fritsch goes down. That was kind of awkward. The Winterhawks are going to get this all the way down the ice. It's an icing call. Boy, Winterhawks really need to reset here. They are on their heels big time. And they already trail in the game 1-0. Face-off here coming in the Winterhawks zone to the right-hand side of Clayton Fritsch. One back by the Wolves. They'll play it in deep. This will be Jones. He'll play it into the middle. Good pass there to McDermott. He got pressured though. Played the puck in. Lost something. Had to pick it up. I don't know if it was a glove or what. In comes Howes. Howes to the backhand. Sends it in on Fritsch. He deflects it away. Into the corner now. Winterhawks have it deep in their own end. This is Lightfoot. He'll play it back. This will be Mike Johnstone with it now in behind his own net. Johnstone pressured there by Ship, number 4. This will be Johnstone up the boards, and he gets it out all the way in across the line. This is 63. That's Donaldson. Donaldson looking to the net, but puts it down low. Here's a chance for Fegan. Scores! Wow, what a shot! A seeing eye shot gets past Jason Hamilton, and we are tied at 1 here at the Plex. What a shot from number 88, Mike Fegan, who gets the Winterhawks on the board. It's 1-1. For Fegan, that's goal number 10 into the double digits. Gotta love it. He's got a wicked shot, and that one found the back of the net. There's a seeing eye shot from Fegan, and it makes it 1-1 as we are tied here at the Plex. Mirrors for Ripley, Fegan for Saugeen Shores. It is 1-1. In behind the net, Hamilton plays it around. Fegan's going to pinch it off there. He's got it back. Can't get the shot away, though. Still has it on the sideboard. Shoots again. Save Hamilton. Mears has it now for Ripley, the Ripley goal scorer. He'll bring it up and put it in. Oh, big hit! Mears went down. What a hit. Wish I could have seen it. Wolves have it, and they'll put it in, and it's out of the reach, and I believe this is going to be an icing call, and it will be. And face-off will come back into the Ripley end. Garrett Mears took a wicked hit down there by the Saugeen Shores blue line, and I just caught the tail end of it, but what a hit. 12:39 to go here in the first. It's been entertaining, back and forth. Ripley controlled a lot of the play and got the first goal, courtesy of Garrett Mears, but Mike Fegan has responded for the Winterhawks as that puck comes between the two defensemen and back into the Winterhawks zone. This is Hellier. A pair of ex-Ripley Wolves in Hellier and Rob White on defense for the Winterhawks in this game tonight. And across the line is Donnelly. He can't get a shot. White keeps it in. To the net, nobody there. McLean couldn't get a stick on it. Hellier. He peels back, but he loses the puck, and here comes Ripley. Visser throws it across to Britton. Britton shoots! Off the blocker side of Fritsch. Here's a shot by Skinner. Fritsch has it, and he'll hold on. Man, Cody Britton, he's so good for Ripley. I know this is bad to say because it's a Saugeen Shores Winterhawks home game, but Britton is so good. I followed him for quite a bit of my senior hockey time, and he's good. Got a wicked shot. He's second on the team in scoring. 11 and 13 for 24. Mears has 12 and 18 for 30. The captain, number 16.
Yeah, we know him.
Okay, good. Just checking. Everybody knows Garrett Mears. If you don't, you haven't been watching.
Right.
Puck in behind the net of Winterhawks now. We're in a 1-1 game here at the Plex. Giveaway! Shot, goal, blocker save, rebound, another save, Fritsch. Pair of big saves by the Winterhawks netminder. Here come the Winterhawks the other way. McDermott trying to get to that. He was all tied up. And a little bit of a collision, but the Winterhawks keep it in. Over to Jones. He lost it, and now it's a 3-on-2 for the Wolves into the Winterhawks zone. Winterhawks get there, though, and it's up the boards. To be played by the Wolves at their own blue line. Winterhawks going to get a change in. This is a head off of Howes. It's into the zone, and Howes going to go after it for Ripley. It's battled there, and it'll be picked up by the Winterhawks and skated out. Fegan puts it in. Off the upward, look out! Scores! Well, that's really unfortunate for me, and I apologize in advance. Number 25, Ethan Froats with the goal off the end boards, and I just missed it. Apologies to Ethan. Apologies to anyone watching at home. I was just out of reach of that when I saw it happening, and just a wicked bounce off the end boards on that dump in from Mike Fegan and Ethan Froats. So that one's in on Fritsch, and he's going to hang on. So it's a Winterhawks first for Ethan Froats, and he makes it 2-1 for the Winterhawks here, who've responded with 2 after going down 1-0 early. So Mears scored for Ripley, and since then Mike Fegan has gotten a goal and an assist, and the latest goal scorer, Froats, with the first of his Winterhawk career, makes it 2-1 for the Winterhawks here at the Plex. Andrew Rodgers here with you. Great crowd on hand too for the 19th of December. That's right, we are only 6 days away from Christmas, everyone. Hopefully you got all your shopping done. I haven't even started. I'm a guy. I'm allowed. Here's a shot from the line, stopped by Fritsch. This is up to Fegan. He's going to turn and put it into the middle. Froats, he puts it in. He'll go in he'll peel to the bench for a change. Fegan in there after it. This comes to Jared Calling. He'll put it ahead. He'll be picked off, though, by the Winterhawks, and Calling has it again. He'll get hit as he dumps the puck in. Mitchell goes to the box, or goes to the bench for a change. This will be played ahead, out of the reach of Fitzsimmons. He'll go in after it. Ripley just plays to the center. Now it's in. Winterhawks have to touch up on the delayed offside. Nearing the halfway point of period 1. This is ahead to Britton. He'll play it in. Mears is going to go in after it against James McKegg, number 14, longtime Winterhawk. This is on the boards, back to the line. Kept in. Here's a shot. Save. Clayton Fritsch, and he'll hang on. (2-1) is the score. 9:51 to go here in period 1. Andrew Rodgers on the play-by-play with you at the Real Raji 21. This is the only game in the OEHL tonight. It was supposed to be 4 games in total, 3 in the north, 1 in the south, and the other 3 were canceled. And figures the one that's happening is the one here in Port Elgin, where the other team has to come down Highway 21, one of the worst streets in all of Ontario in the winter. And this will be in the Ripley Wolves zone. This will be played out and off the netting. Out of play. That off the stick of number 27, Jordan Moulton. So this will be back into the Ripley zone. Face-off will come up to the right-hand side of Jason Hamilton. He's had a really nice season so far. 4-1 on the year. To be played back to the line to White. He'll play it in deep. Looking for Marlowe in behind the net. Marlowe has Donnelly there in support. Back to the line to White. Shoots! Just wide. Off the stick of Rob White. Hellier keeps it in. There's a shot deflected just wide. Marlowe, I think, got his stick on that, or Donnelly, one or the other. Marlowe trying to cycle. McLean on the backhand. Tried to put it down. Muir stepped in the way. They battle for it, the two captains. Good battle there between McLean and Muirs. This one's all the way back in the Ripley zone. Moulton plays it ahead. Hellier's going to pick it up there. Todd Hellier with it as he looks to Mitchell. Couldn't get it to him. Now it's across, and here's Frouts. Plays it in on Hamilton, who makes the save. Hellier stops there, goes to the net. Doesn't get the return pass from Frouts. And now Ripley will play it to the line and out. Here comes Ethan Skinner. Plays it across. In across the line. Shot that's deflected away by Hellier. He's been on there for a long time. He's kind of stuck in the... Oh, what a hit. Good body check there by Fegan. Centering pass. Oh, just out of the reach. Good stick, Hellier, and now he's going to get to the bench. Good shift there by number 4, Todd Hellier. As Mitchell shoots, that's deflected into the corner. Back to the line. Kept in. Erbshaw plays it in deep. It's picked off, though, by Ripley. This will be played across. Good pass to Ethan Skinner. Skinner in across the line. Dumps. Here's a shot. Save, Fritsch. Off the stick of 17, Evan Visser. Visser into the corner. He'll get there first. Visser again. Back into the middle. No shot. Back to the line. Kept in by Ripley. Alkenbrack shoots. Save. Rebound. Another save, Fritsch. It's a big pile up in front. Here's another chance. Oh, just wide. Winterhawks holding the fort, and they still lead 2-1 after that mad scramble. Here's Satosik. He's got a man. Go to the net. Save, Fritsch. And the net comes off. Oh, my goodness. Side to side. Clayton Fritsch. That one off of Dan Nikolov. Nikolov looking for goal number 7 on the season. We are 2-1 here in the first with 7:19 to play in period 1 between the 8-2 Ripley Wolves and the 9-2 Saugeen Shores Winterhawks. Andrew Rodgers on the play-by-play with you. Great to be here. This will be one back. Here's a shot from Moulton off a body. That hurt. That one hit somebody and went down. I didn't see the number. Keegan Angel. I think that's his first shift tonight, too. What a warrior. This one up the ice for Saugeen Shores off the end boards. Spencer Sutter in there on the forecheck. First time we've seen Sutter and Keegan Angel. Angel off the ice after taking that block. Ripley in across the line. Another chance here. Centering! No shot on Fritsch as it went weakly into the corner. It'll be played out by the Winterhawks. Back into the zone, no icing. Back to get it, number 6. That's Austin Waite. Back to Jared Calling. Calling at the neutral zone, plays it to Britton. Britton in across the line on the backhand. Goes to the forehand, shoots, gloves, save it a beauty. Clayton Fritsch flashing the leather on Cody Britton. 6:31 now to play here in the first. I think Ripley's dominated in the shot department. I don't have an official tally, but I'd imagine they would. They've gotten a lot of chances here. Mirrors off the face-off, into the corner. Puts it to the line. Here's Farrer, shoots, save Fritsch. Dawson Farrer, 4 goals, 6 assists, 10 points. He is back. I believe he was serving a suspension. It's his first game back into the lineup tonight against Saugeen Shores. Face-off here to the left of Clayton Fritsch. Britton in to take the face-off. There's a shot save by Fritsch off the draw. It's still battled there, and Fritsch has it. Now down they go. Good battle in front there, and everybody looks to be all right. That's Garrett Mears at the center of that, and Fritsch has it. We'll get another face-off in the same spot. Down to 6:16 to play here in the first. We're live on YouTube at the Real Raji 21. Great to be with you. Tomorrow night, I'll be in Thornbury, hopefully, if weather dependent. Georgian Bay Apple Kings hosting the Shelburne Muskies from the Beaver Valley Community Center and Arena. This one's played out. And here comes Fegan. He'll put it in the middle. Good pass. Mitchell off a stick. Cody Britton putting his stick in the way of that, and it deflected out of the zone. Good chance there for Saugeen Shores. Face-off will remain in the Ripley zone. Latest chance there from Andy Mitchell, and it was a stick from Cody Britton that got in the way of that. This will be played by Logan Swanton. He's got it. He'll skate it out of the zone. Plays it ahead. Good pass. Here they come in across the line again. In behind the net, centering. Just wide. That off the stick of Jared Calling, number 15. Ripley trying to gain control of the puck in the Winterhawks zone. It'll be played around. This is going to be Froats. Froats has it. He'll play it ahead. Looking for Hellier. Hellier brings it in across the line. Has a man. Streaking. It's McDermott. Shoots off the side of the net. Close, but no cigar for Brent McDermott. He has it, though, in the corner. Plays it back. It's intercepted by Ripley, and they'll bring it ahead. And across the line, Nikolov just sends it in. This will be in behind the Winterhawks net, where they'll take control. Jones puts it ahead to Donaldson, who has it in his own end. Donaldson will skate it ahead to center, dump it into the Ripley zone. Lightfoot on the forecheck, can't get there. Donaldson comes up with it for Saugeen Shores, back to the line. Herb shot, shoots, save Hamilton, and it'll hang on. So Hamilton swallows that shot up from Herb shot at the line, and with 4:53 to go here in the first, we'll get a face-off in the Ripley zone. One by Ripley, and they're going to send it out. Jones back to get it. We'll fire it back in the Ripley zone. Hamilton will leave it there. Winterhawks get a wholesale change, and the Wolves will gather it in their own end. They're going to skate this puck out and play it ahead. Ship. He gets bodied by Jones. It's in deep, though, and Ripley plays it to the middle. That was off Howes, and Moulton has it for Ripley. And behind the net, Herbshot's going to get there first. Herbshot surveying the scene, avoids a check, still has the puck, plays it into the middle, out of the reach of McLean, and it's an icing call against Saugeen Shores. Right idea, but just out of the reach of McLean, and it's an icing call. Face-off back here in the Winterhawks zone, where a lot of these face-offs have been. And we'll get a whistle. This one's Herbshot in the corner, as he and Jones try and gain control of the puck. Ripley trying to steal. This is back to the line, kept in by the Wolves. Dawson Fair down low, gets it back, has a lane, shoots, save Fritsch, and it'll hang on. Good battles in front of the net of Fritsch, and he's been equal to the task on most of them, except for the one that beat him, which was just a beauty of a shot by Garrett Mears. But he's been all over it. Really good with the not allowing any rebounds as well. Face off here to the left of Fritsch. 3:55 to go here in the first. 2-1 Saugeen Shores here at the Plex in Port Elgin. James McKegg, he's getting pressured, skates it ahead and gives it away, and this is Visser in across the line. Has Skinner, it was out of his reach. Now it's Froats. He plays it ahead, he has Mitchell, who has Fegan. It's a 2-on-1, oh, Fegan plays it to Mitchell. Saved by Hamilton. That was kind of a awkward 2-on-1. But they were able to get a shot away, and it was turned aside. Fegan again off a stick. They battle for it at the line. McKegg shoots wide, and maybe intentionally to Fegan. Ripley trying to get control of it, can't. Now it's Froats. Froats shoots off a skate. Fegan again. Bodies flying everywhere in the Ripley zone. Froats tried to play it across. Mitchell, backhand, doesn't reach the net. Good job there by Ripley defensively. It's kicked in front, and now it's Visser. He'll play it out. Ripley hemmed in there for a long time. Here's Johnstone. He had his stick broken. Now it's Visser. We're going to get a penalty, and it's going to be a slash on Visser. Or is it Fair? I don't know. Dawson Fair went to the box, so it must have been on him for the slash on Johnstone. And that's an expensive night for defenseman Michael Johnstone, number 11 of Saugeen Shores, who loses his stick. Dawson Farrer in the box for 2 or less. The Winterhawks have the first power play of the hockey game. Leading 2-1. Hellier across. McLean. McLean down low. Has Hellier. It's out of his reach. And Ripley trying to get it out. Can't. Now Ripley has an opportunity here. It's a 2-on-1 up the ice. Short-handed. McLean Donnelly gets back nicely and deflects it out. What speed from Justin Donnelly, number 8. As he gets back to deflect that out of play. 2:33 to go in the period. 1:42 to go in the penalty. Ripley Wolves and the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks from the Plex here in Port Elgin. Another broken stick, and I believe that one is Satosik. And here comes Hellier. He'll play it back to McLean. He'll throw it across. This one to McDermott. He goes to the outside, maintains control out to McLean. McLean didn't shoot, puts it to McDermott on the line. Back to McLean at the line. McLean's got it. Tried to get a shot away, couldn't, and now he's bodied in, and Ridley's going to take control of the puck and bring it up the ice again. From behind is Marlowe, and that shot deflected weakly wide. It'll be played ahead. Here's Donnelly with speed across center. He's all by himself up there with 56 left in the power play. Back to the line. Erbshot across Hellier. Hellier walking the line. No shot yet. Hellier hangs on. Still no shot. Hellier, no shot yet. Come on. Fegan across to Hellier. Hellier, still no shot. There's a shot. Oh, glove save. Rebound. Another one. Hamilton with a pair of saves. This is back to the line to Fegan. Fegan puts it across. Donaldson down low. Shot, save, rebound. Another save, and it's out of the zone. Knocked out of midair by Satosik and his new twig. Here comes the puck up the ice, and it's out of the reach of Fegan. And it's going to be an icing call against the Winterhawks. Holy. Man, what a pair of saves there from Jason Hamilton on the penalty kill. That keeps us a 2-1 Winterhawks game. Face off here deep in the Winterhawks zone as they are on the power play for another 17 seconds. This will be Mears. Puts it across. Moulton shoots. Save Fritsch, and he's going to hang on. Ten seconds left in the power play. 1:01 left in the period. Great crowd on hand here, December 19th. 6 days to go to Christmas. Hope everybody has a nice holiday if you get some time off. I myself get 2 weeks. Pretty happy about that. We're in the final minute of play here in the first. This will be played ahead, Fegan. Penalty about to expire. Mitchell plays it off the skate. They're in across the zone, back to even strength here. And that puck is deflected out. That'll put a whistle on, and we'll get a face-off. I believe it'll stay in the Ripley zone with 45.5 seconds to go here in the first. Face-off will come up to the right-hand side of Jason Hamilton. Mitchell trying to get it back to Fegan, doesn't work out. Jones keeps it in, plays it in deep to Mitchell. Mitchell bodied on the puck, keeps control of it. Now he put it across, and it's out of the reach of Erbshot. He has it, though, on the boards, plays it to the middle, out of the reach, and it's deflected away by Ripley. This is going to be played ahead. In across the line is Wade. He'll go in after it. Wade bodied by Jones. They battle for it in the corner. Britton there in support. 16 left. Referee right there to blow it dead if he needs to. Puck still not loose. 10 seconds left. What a battle there. It's still not loose. As Wade kicks it free, and that will do it. Boy, that was a battle and a half, wasn't it? Either way, the end result is still the same. Saugeen Shores leads 2-1 over the Ripley Wolves after 20 here at the Plex in Port Elgin. I am Andrew Rodgers, your play-by-play commentator for this evening at the Real Raji 21. Thank you for watching so far. We will be back in a little bit for the start of the second period here at the Plex. Thank you very much for watching so far. We'll be back with you in a little while. Stick around, everyone. Live on YouTube, it's OEHL Hockey. It is a North Division showdown between the 8-2-0 Ripley Wolves and the 9-2-2 Saugeen Shores Winterhawks. We are at the Plex in Port Elgin, a very snowy Plex in Port Elgin for tonight's game, live on YouTube at the Real Raji 21. It's live OEHL Hockey from Port Elgin, Ontario, Canada. Welcome back in, everybody. Andrew Rodgers here with you for play-by-play live on YouTube at the Real Raji 21. Great to be with you. Got the Ripley Wolves and the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks. Ripley Wolves 8-2 on the season, while the Winterhawks are 9-2 and own a 1-point lead on second place Elmvale, the Harvesters, in the North standings. 2-1 is the score here in the Plex in Port Elgin. Goal scorers for Ripley, number 16, Garrett Mears. He opened the scoring. And then for Saugeen Shores, a couple of unanswered goals for Mike Fegan and Ethan Froats, Oh, doing that all night. Froats, and makes it 2-1 Winterhawks. And here comes Britton as we get second period underway. Good save by Fritsch. And it'll be played ahead to Donnelly. It was out of his reach. Dawson Farrer trying to get it away from Donnelly can't, and Donnelly gets knocked off the puck. So we played around and off the boards, kept in. This is McLean, puts it in the feet, and it will be played out to the neutral zone. Rob White playing his first game back. I was in Shelburne for that game that he took the puck right to the face and broke his jaw. Now he's out there with the full cage, and it's his first game back since then. That was quite some time ago, as Marlowe and Dawson Fair joust, and we'll keep an eye on that throughout the night. Into the Ripley zone, the Winterhawks have it. Back to the line, shot by Hellier into the body, and Hellier trying to keep it in, and does, as he put Carter Surveys to the ice. Surveys gets it back, he'll skate it into the neutral zone, put it up to Mears. Mears tried to toe drag and lost control of the puck. That doesn't happen often. It's in behind the net now, and Donaldson has it. He'll play it into the middle. Ooh, that was dangerous, but it worked out. And here comes the Winterhawks. Donaldson with the puck now, shoots wide, glove side. Tried to pick the corner and put it well wide. In behind the net now, and Donaldson goes after it. He's pressured off the puck there with Lightfoot. Plays it in deep, it was out of the reach of McDermott. Now it's Jones. Ethan Skinner able to get it ahead. Now it's Ripley and across the line. Ripley, good defensive play by Erbschot to keep that puck out. Now here's McDermott as they go back and forth here at the Plex. McDermott bodied off the puck. It's played to the line, kept in. McDermott again. Off another body at the line, and now Ripley gets it out, and they have numbers. In across the line they come. Center pass, Skinner scores! Ethan Skinner allowed to walk down Main Street, and he puts it right along the ice and through the wickets of Clayton Fritsch, and it makes it 2-2 here at the Plex. Well then, how things can drop or change on a dime, and for Ethan Skinner, that's a big goal for him. He's dangerous, just like Mears and Britton. He'll make you pay, and when you give him that much time and space, he tends not to miss, as Fritsch puts it off the stick and into the netting and out of play. Faceoff will stay in the Winterhawks zone. So goal scored by Ethan Skinner, number 9, and that'll put the game tied at 2. That one off the end boards and then bounded out in front. Ripley able to keep this puck in as they have some momentum now after tying this hockey game. Into the middle, just out of reach, but it comes back to the line. It's kept in by Ripley. Moulton plays it in deep, out of the reach of Nikolov, but he goes to the front of the net. Winterhawks trying to gain control of the puck in the corner, can't. Nikolov plays it in as they cycle in the Saugeen Shores zone. Moulton can't keep it in. It's deflected away, and now it's going to be played by Mitchell. He'll shoot it in. They'll go in after it. Fegan into the corner. Trying to battle for it there. And down goes one of the Ripley Wolves, and right in front of the referee there. A lot of stick jousting going on. Big check there by Fegan as he threw his man to the ice. Now it's Nikolov up the ice across the center and into the Saugeen Shores zone. Nikolov had it stripped away by Hellier, and he'll play it ahead. Donnelly with some speed goes to the outside, trying to get in deep. He got it stripped away and bodied into the corner. Hamilton out to play it away to McLean. McLean turns, puts it to the net. Unable to get a stick on it was Donnelly, but McLean gets back and intercepts that pass and hits Britton. And Britton is shooken up after that hit. And he is slow to get up. Boy, that was awkward. He was not expecting that at all. And now Mears is in with Britton. Britton shoots, scores! Of course he does! Well, I guess he had enough in the tank to put that where he wanted to. And just like that, Ripley's ahead 3-2 here in the second. Wow. What a shot from Cody Britton. After he took that back check there from Miles McLean. That was a massive collision there at the blue line. And Britton, the beneficiary, as he gets the pass from Mears and makes no mistake. And that makes our game 3-2. Wow, what a shot. So just like that, Britton scores to make it 3-2 for the Ripley Wolves. This one's played in. That's awkward. We don't have a scoreboard. There's no scoreboard. No clock. That's weird. Never seen that before. So referee had to blow that dead there because the scoreboards just vanquished and had to get that back and going. So just got a little pause here until we get that figured out. Like I say, the only game in the OEHL tonight, the other three canceled because of the weather. There was games supposed to be happening in Durham. Durham Thundercats Minto 81s was supposed to happen. That got canceled. And we also had the game in Shelburne between the Lucknow Lancers and Shelburne Muskies canceled. And then also on the south side, the one and only game was supposed to be between the Dunnville Arrows and the Elora Rocks, and that game was canceled as well. So 3 games canceled, only one I could tell you was rescheduled already, and that was the Shelburne Muskies and Lucknow Lancers. Their game was rescheduled for Friday, January the 23rd at 8:30 in Shelburne. So that I do know, but the other two, I believe, have not yet been announced for rescheduled dates. And there's our scoreboard now. So we'll get back and underway. 3-2 Ripley is the score with 16:21 to go here in the second, and a face-off upcoming in the Ripley zone. Mitchell wins that face-off back to Erbshot. He takes it into the corner. Tried to center. It's going to be deflected to the corner. They battle for it there. Feiging pressure or covering for Erbshot at the corner. Here's a shot on Hamilton. He makes the save. It's back to the line. Here's a shot. Save. Hamilton with the pad. So he put the pillow down to make that save. And Ripley's going to try and get control of it. And Mitchell steals for Saugeen Shores. Mitchell in the corner looking out. Had a man, Donnelly, but it was out of his reach, and it's all the way back in the Winterhawks zone. Fritsch out to play it. Pressured there. Puts it away. Donnelly up the boards. Plays it into the middle. Nobody home. And I believe this is going to be an icing call against the Winterhawks. And we'll get a face-off back in the Saugeen Shores end. Andrew Rodgers on the play-by-play with you at the Real Rodgy 21 on YouTube. Like and subscribe if you could. This one played across. Here's a shot on Fritsch. He makes the save, deflects it to the corner. So he picked off by Ripley, but it's back to line and out. Fair plays it in deep as Saugeen Shores got to come back in their own end and regroup here. We approach 5 minutes into period number 2. Big check there. Takes the man off the puck. Donnelly trying to get this puck out. Can't. It's played in deep. And now it's going to be as Marlowe had a man, and now McLean, oh! He can't get there. He had an empty net. That could have been a monumental collision between Hamilton and Miles McLean. Marlowe in front of the net. He took his man down, Dawson Ferrer, who goes after Marlowe in the corner. Referee right on him and let him go. This is played to the middle now as Donnelly tries to get there. It's still in the Ripley zone, but now it's going to be Derek Skinner playing it across. This is ahead to Visser. He played it across off a skate. That was off a Ferris skate and out. Now it's Ethan Skinner playing it in. Winterhawks have it. It'll be played up to Brent McDermott. He'll bring it in across the line. They're offside. And we'll get a whistle. 14:23 to go here in period 2. We'll get a face-off just outside the blue line of the Ripley Wolves. And Ripley now leading 3-2 after the first period, in which Winterhawks held a 2-1 lead, and Ripley scored fairly quickly twice and taken that 3-2 lead. They bring this puck up the ice with speed. It's right in on Fridge, and he's going to hang on. Shot in from Ripley, and they came in with speed and forced Clayton Fritsch to hold on to that puck and force the face-off. Goaltenders in the game, Clayton Fritsch and Jason Hamilton, number 31 of Ripley. Off the M boards. Fritsch does a nice job to keep that puck away. And now it's going to be played out to the red line. Here's Donaldson in across the line. Drops, shot, glove save, rebound, it's there. And unable to get it, it was McDermott. Oops. Puck is in the corner. Winterhawks trying to gain control of it, can't, and it's back to the line and out. Back to get it is McKeag. He's out there with Mike Johnstone. He'll get the puck now in the far corner. Johnstone turns, fires it in the middle, takes a hit, gets it out. Now to be back, and this is Alcombrack. He'll play it ahead. Johnstone picks it off, throws it in, he'll go in after it. Donaldson in on the forecheck, takes his man into the boards, forces a little bit of a play there, and Ripley trying to get this puck out. Now we have a penalty coming up here, and I believe it's going to go to Ripley for a high stick here, and the Winterhawks are going to go to the power play down by 1. Penalty to Alcombrack. He'll sit for 2 or less, and the Winterhawks will go to the power play. If you follow me and like and subscribe on YouTube, I appreciate it. Tomorrow night, if you're looking to find me as well, we'll be in Thornbury at the Beaver Valley Community Center and Arena for Georgian Bay Shelburne. That one gets underway at 5:30. If you want to watch, as the puck is cleared by Ripley, and they're going to skate this away and try and make an on-man rush out of it short-handed. Centering out of the reach. It's still in the middle, and it's going to be picked off by Hellier. So dangerous opportunity there for Ripley short-handed, but it doesn't end up hurting the Winterhawks. Hellier now puts it to McLean. McLean going to skate it across center and into the Ripley zone. He'll go after it. Bodied in behind the net, and now it's Donnelly. Justin Donnelly, number 8. Team's second leading scorer. Donnelly, centering pass, was looking for McLean. It's out of his reach. It's all the way back. McLean plays it ahead. Donnelly across. McLean off the on the far side, and he'll bring it in across the line. Here's a shot, just wide. McDermott down low, centering. That went off the side of the net, I believe. Didn't make it to Hamilton. Now it's back to Hellier. Hellier walks the line, plays it across Donnelly into the middle. He had McLean. He couldn't get a shot away. He picked up by Ripley, and they're going to clear this puck. Donnelly takes his man in hard late, and Winterhawks have it in their own end as they get set up on this power play that has 34 seconds left. It's going to be Donaldson bringing it up the ice with speed. In across the line, he takes a check. He got tripped down, and Ripley touches up, and it'll be another penalty for Ripley. Not happy about it, of course, but I mean, naturally, who is? And we'll get 25 seconds of 5-on-3 as Ripley takes a tripping penalty. They're going to call it a slash or a trip. And it'll put the Winterhawks on a 5-on-3 here for 25 seconds. If they can score, then they'll remain on the power play for the duration of whatever's in the second penalty. So we'll see what they do here, 5-on-3. Face off to the left of Hamilton. Off the draw, Herb shot. Plays it across. The penalty for Dawson Fair, number 24. for slashing. Here's Erbshot having to go off his skate and into the corner. Ripley going to grab it and fire it down the ice. 10 seconds left in the 5-on-3 before it turns into a 5-on-4. Here's Hellier. He's going to come up the ice with speed. That'll do it for the first penalty. Now it's a 5-on-4. Hellier centers. It's off the skate and into the far corner. It'll be played to Mitchell. Mitchell back to the line to Erbshot. Erbshot shoots. Save Hamilton, and he's going to hang on. Nice toe drag move there by Erbshot, but he couldn't capitalize on that opportunity. Faceoff remains in the Ripley zone, and now it's McLean. Puts it across Jones. Jones couldn't shoot it, and now it's going to be played ahead by Ripley. They have an opportunity here shorthanded, and it goes wide. Good job by Jones to get back on that play as Ripley dumps it back in their own end, trying to kill clock here. Marlowe in on the forecheck, trying to get the puck loose. He can't, but it does get back to the line to Jones. Over to McLean. He's got room. McLean shoots! Off the stick and over the net. Jones at the line, keeps it in. 47 left in the power play. This is a cross, and it's going to be deflected away from McDermott and out of the zone. Good job by Ripley there defensively. Now it's back in behind the net of Fritsch, and McLean's going to set up the remainder of this power play. 30 seconds left in it as we approach the halfway point of period 2. Good pass there to Mitchell. It was off a stick. He'll go into the corner against Hamilton, and he's going to be whistled for the slash here on Hamilton as he comes up the ice. Here comes Ripley. Hit across his own shot, saved by Fritsch, and we'll get a whistle. And both referees with their arms or hand in the air, and Mitchell gets the call for a slash and on Jason Hamilton in the corner, and that will negate the power play for the Winterhawks and make it a 4-on-4 situation for the next 14 seconds. 3-2 Ripley here with 9:52 to go here in the second period, and we have a face-off into the left of Clayton Fritsch. Controlled by the Winterhawks as there was a big tangle up off that face-off. Winterhawks are going to bring this puck up into the zone and play it into the corner. Penalty about to expire, and now it does as Ripley is on the power play here. Puck in the corner, though, as Marlowe goes after it. He takes a check. Now it's going to be Ripley bringing the puck up the ice. This is Garrett Mears, number 16, the captain, who opened the scoring for Ripley tonight. He goes to the far side. Good shot. That went well wide. Back to the line to Ethan Skinner. Ethan Skinner, number 9. Can't find a man. Hangs on to it. Now Mears. He'll switch spots with Skinner. He has Moulton at the line. Moulton across. Britton shoots. Save Fritsch. Good one. Good chance there for Ripley. Donnelly can't get it out. Ripley still able to keep this puck in. Now it's Mears on the boards. Plays it in deep. This is going to be Ripley with it. Moulton plays it across. This is Britton. Britton down low. Here's a centering pass. Another pass. Here's a shot. Post. Scores! Ethan Skinner on the power play. And the Ripley Wolves lead is doubled. They've scored 3 unanswered to take a 4-2 lead. They make the Winterhawks pay on the power play and make their lead now 4-2 with Andy Mitchell in the box for slashing. And just like that, it's a 4-2 hockey game. Power play over as they've scored, and 8:41 to go here in the second. Face off at center ice. Ripley controls off the draw. Be played up the boards, and now it's into the Winterhawks zone. Ripley has control of it. Nikolov and Mitchell come together. Carter Survey, the secondary assist, as Britton and Survey get assists on the Ethan Skinner goal. Big tie up there as McKaig got tied up with his man, and this one's up the boards. Now it's going to be played by Froats, but out of the reach of everyone, and now it's going to be played by Ripley up into the Winterhawks zone. They're going to come back to get it with 8 minutes to go here in the second. Now 4-2 for Ripley. Here's Fegan. Fegan scored the first goal for the Winterhawks in the hockey game. This is in behind the net, played up the boards to Nikolov. Nikolov turns, puts it into the middle. We play back across. Ripley's going to skate it, and they're going to bring it in across the line again. Shot saved by Fritsch. Blockered on that. In behind the net, they battle. Here's another shot. Fritsch, save again. Off Muirs this time. And Ripley has really turned it on here in the second period. They had control of the play for the first 10 minutes or so in that first period and got the game's first goal. And Saugeen Shores able to get a couple back and take a lead, but it's been all Ripley since here in the second period. Saugeen Shores gives the puck away, centering! Save Fritsch. Kind of sloppy defensively now for the Winterhawks. Here's Muirs, puts it down low, goes to the net, backhand, and can't connect. And Winterhawks are going to get this puck out. They're going to bring it down the ice. Fitzsimmons goes after it. It'll be up the boards. Ripley going to get this puck out. It'll be stripped away by Spencer Sutter. He'll go in after it. Can't get there, though, and it'll be played out by Ripley. Here's a big check by Jones as he took his man down. This is up to Fitzsimmons. He's going to cross center with it. He'll take it into the Ripley zone. In behind the net of Hamilton. He'll play it away. 6:46 to go here in the second period. Ripley has opened up a 4-2 lead. Ripley coming into the game 8-2. They're in fourth spot. And Saugeen Shores a 1-point advantage over Elmville for first in the north. Up the ice they come. Surveys. Shoots. Scores! Carter surveys. Number 19. Picks the glove hand side of Fritsch. And now it's 4 unanswered for Ripley. Wow, how the tables have turned. I wouldn't be surprised if that took a slight deflection because Fritsch had a handle on that and it just got past him on the glove hand side. That's one he should stop 10 out of 10 times. But that's how she goes sometimes in this game, especially in senior hockey. But you can never count anybody out, not even in a 3-goal game. Satosik plays it in behind the net. Jared Calling with it now. Number 15 plays it in deep. There's Hellier and Rob White. They get pressured in. Now it comes loose to Satosik. Back to Nikolov in behind the net. Nikolov back to the line. Kept in. Ripley has it to the outside. Moulton plays it in deep. Calling's going to get it in behind the net. Jared Calling, backhand in behind the net. Here's Satosik. Shot off a body and wide. Pressure here by Ripley as they continue to mount. Into the corner. Ripley still has control. Can't get it, and Winterhawks are just hemmed in. Donnelly trying to get that puck out. Can't. Here's a shot on Fritsch. Glove save, and he'll mercifully hang on. Holy. Just shot after shot, and they're just shooting from everywhere Ripley is, and they're skating the Winterhawks into the end boards. Like, what a clinic that Ripley has put on here. I've said it for a long time. Ripley is an absolute wagon. And they once had a 6-game win streak, and it was broken. And man, oh man, they're looking really solid. Them alongside the Durham Thundercats, like, holy smokes. That top line of Durham is just unreal. Luke Uhrig, Brody LeBlanc, Jack Weiser, just unbelievable stuff. Winterhawks now in their own end will try and take control of it and bring it up the ice. This is across to Johnstone. He's going to skate it up center. He'll put it in. They'll go in after it. Dawson Fair, pressure by McDermott. Up the boards, it's kept in. McKegg shoots! And that hit Hamilton and went out of play, I believe. And with 4:54 to go here in the second, we'll get an offensive zone faceoff for the Winterhawks. Faceoff here to the right-hand side of Hamilton. Mitchell in to take it for the Winterhawks. He can't come up with the puck, however, and Ripley's going to bring this up the ice. Muirs on the boards, turns, brings it up into center. Here's Ethan Skinner. He had it played away from him, though, and Mitchell's going to go after it and play it in. Takes a hit for his troubles. Hamilton settles it there. So he played up, and Ripley, with plenty of time, will skate this puck out. Good hit there along the boards by Jones. Now this puck is back into the Ripley end. They'll control it there with 4:23 to go here in the second. Ripley leads now 5-2. Up the ice they come again. Here's Ethan Skinner. To the outside, he gets taken down. Puck into the feet. They battle for it. Here's a shot. I think that hit a body, and I don't know who it hit. Maybe Herb's shot got in the way of it. Now it's Fegan playing it across. Fegan's going to get it back with room. In across the line. Had an opportunity, dropped it, and it was intercepted easily by Ripley. Now it's played out. Britton again had it come off his stick, and now it's Jones. He had it stripped away by Ethan Skinner, who has an opportunity. Skinner shoots, save Fritsch. Kind of a weird line change there that happened for Ripley, and they almost made Saugeen Shores pay again. Oh, what a hit! That was knee on knee, and you heard it up here. Now we get a penalty call, and Mears is going to go after him, and here we go. All sorts of stuff is going to happen here, and I don't know what the calls are going to be. Pardon me for the language that you can hear on the ice, too. There should be a disclaimer sometimes, you know. So it'll be interesting to see what happens out of this. It all started when Mears and one of the Winterhawks players went knee on knee, and Mears got right up afterwards, which was a surprise to me because I thought he'd be down on the ice still. That was a heck of a collision. But then it all kind of went chaotic once the Winterhawk player was hauled down, crossing the blue line, and there was going to be a penalty called on Ripley, and they just went after every Winterhawk on the ice at that point because they knew that they would try and want to even it up essentially on both sides, and now it's just mass chaos. So that's lovely. Yeah, we'll try and figure this all out with 3:27 to go here in the second period. What a collision there between Garrett Mears and I might have been Fitzsimmons, number 2. No penalties are up on the scoreboard yet, so can't get a read on that from that vantage point. There's a lot of players in the Ripley side of things in the box, though, so yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see here. Faceoff is going to be in the Ripley zone, and not really sure what the penalties are here. Okay, so we have a penalty up on the Ripley side of things. 2 minutes there for showing for 16 Garrett Mears. That's the only, oh, now they take it down. Okay. Again, not really sure what is the actual penalty calls here, but they will wait for Jordan McKinnon to announce them, and we'll go from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 against 4 for Ripley. So there is, okay, there we go. So 2-minute penalty to Mears, I think offsetting the rest of the way, and the Winterhawks have a power play based off of that, and Ripley's going to send this down the ice. We'll get the call from McKinnon, Jordan McKinnon, in the PA box. Once we do, we'll let you hear that. This will be played across the McDermott. It'll skate across center and into the Ripley zone. In to stop it is Hamilton. Will play it around. It's going to come all the way out. Hellier back to get it in his own end. Pressured there by Jared Calling. Gives it away, has to come back for it. Now the clock's off again as we get a whistle. That's the second time in the hockey game it's been gone off, and that's a really weird thing because I swear I've never seen that before, but referees have no choice at that point to stop the game, because once the clock goes off, you can't have the play continue. So we get another whistle here. Winterhawks on the power play, and there'll be a face-off coming up in their zone once we get the clock figured out. Owen Sound Attack, we're in Kitchener tonight to take on the Kitchener Rangers. Rangers winning over the Owen Sound Attack 4-1 in both teams' final games before the Christmas break. So Attack losing, I believe, for the 6th straight game. I was listening to that game on the radio on the way over here on 570 News out of Kitchener. Mike Farwell on the call. Had the pleasure of meeting Mike quite a while ago, and he's tremendous. I don't know. Mike Farwell, yeah.
I know.
Yeah, he's on the Kitchener Rangers radio.
Yeah, I know.
I met him. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome. But he was doing the game tonight. Sorry?
I give him the gears because he's a Kitchener fan and I'm a London fan.
Right, of course.
But
But no, the Rangers beat the Attack tonight 4-1,
okay.
and the Attack lost for the 6th consecutive game. For the Rangers, it's their 3rd victory in a row. But anyway, I met Mike quite a few years ago, and Mike's awesome. He's just wonderful.
Yeah. No, he is.
Great guy.
Yeah.
But
Used to hire him at work for the Farwell for Hire campaign.
yeah, he's fantastic.
Yeah.
He does so much for the community and just out and about, and really makes sure that everybody's recognized for anything and everything, really. Man, oh man. Just mass confusion over the clock here because of how much time ticked off of that penalty. And I think the Ripley Wolves expect more time off the clock there. They only took 3 seconds off for initially, and everyone from Ripley was up in arms about it. So once they get that all figured out, then we'll get underway here. They're going to leave it as is, so, well, maybe not. How much more time are they going to take off of this here? Nope, that's it, I guess. Okay. Face off here in the Winterhawk zone. They'll take control of it and set up on this power play. Hellier. He'll bring it up the ice across center, dump it into the Ripley zone. They'll go in after it. Hamilton out to play it away. This will come up the boards. Hellier can't keep it in. He'll have to come back. Hellier up the ice and into the Ripley zone. Going to play it into Donnelly in behind the net. Donnelly on the backhand, back to McLean. McLean off the boards. Switches spots with Donnelly. Can't get it to him. Oh, Ripley has the puck now, and they'll just skate it out. With a little bit of room is Satosik. He shoots. Save Fritsch. Got a blocker on that. Satosik plays it back. Ripley going to kill more clock here. 1:06 left in the power play now, as Hellier has it again. Hellier across to Mitchell into the far side there, and he's going to go after it with speed. Into the corner, stops up there, gives it away though, and Ripley's got it. It's around the boards, kept in. Herb shot, puts it to Fegan. He loses it though. Ripley's going to get this puck out. Jones is going to shoot it in. Ripley or Winterhawks are going to go after it. Be played up the boards. Herb shot. Can't keep it in. Now here's another chance for Ripley with the odd man rush shorthanded. Calling into the middle. Shot post. Oh, what a save from Fritsch. He pulls it off the goal line. Bookmark that if Winterhawks are able to come back. They give it away, though, and Skinner puts it into the middle again. Here's Calling. Had it stripped away. 13 left in the power play. Here's another chance. Oh, Calling couldn't shoot. There he does. It's wide on the glove hand side. It's out of the zone. Holy tense moments in the Winterhawks zone. Wow. Penalty is over. We're back to 5-on-5. This puck is ahead, but now it's going to be played, and Donaldson throws it up. He'll get it back. Donaldson leaves. McLean didn't expect the pass. He overskated it. Ripley dumps it in. No icing. Out to get it there. Surveys. Plays it in the middle. Nikolov, stop. Rebound. Save Fritsch. He'll hold it. Man, oh man. Clayton Fritsch, what a save. Pulls it off the goal line to make to keep it at a 3-goal deficit. Wow. That was close. I think one more goes in and it might be too big a mountain to climb. .102 to go here. There's a shot off the side of the net. We're in the final minute here in period 2. Ripley leads 5-2. They've scored 4 times in this period. This is ahead to Marlowe. He'll play it in. Tried to play it in. It was off the official, and Donnelly is offside. Ripley with the puck in their own end. Plays it around to Britton. Britton going to gather it there on the boards and play it across to Mears. Mears across the line. Puts it across looking for Britton. It's deflects off a skate, and Marlowe's going to bring it the other way. 30 seconds left in the period. McLean to the outside, shoots! Missed. Tried to go high glove, couldn't get it past Hamilton. And now it's back for Rob White. 20 seconds to go. He'll look north. Plays it to Fegan. He comes in. That was really close to being offside. Hamilton makes the save, and he's going to hang on. When you back in across the line, that's normally 9 times out of 10 offside. 9 times out of 10. That was the 1 out of 10 time that he wasn't, I guess. 12.4. Referee's vision's better than mine. Faceoff will be here in the Ripley zone to the left-hand side of Hamilton. Ripley scored 4 times here in the second period to take a commanding 5-2 lead. They battle for this puck off the faceoff. It's still tied up. Back to the line to Hellier. He spins. 5 seconds. Puts it across. Can they get a shot? Why? Oh, what a save from Hamilton. Glove save, and they'll hang on at the buzzer. That will do it. 40 minutes are in the books. Ripley with a 5-2 lead over the Winterhawks on the road here at the Plex in Port Elgin, Ontario. Andrew Rodgers on the play-by-play with you. We'll be back for period 3 after this. Stick around, everyone. Live OEHL hockey on YouTube at the Real Raji 21. We'll be back. Period 3. Stick around. Live on YouTube, it's OEHL Hockey. It is a North Division showdown between the 8-2-0 Ripley Wolves and the 9-2-2 Saugeen Shores Winterhawks. We are at the Plex in Port Elgin, a very snowy Plex in Port Elgin for tonight's game, live on YouTube at the Real Raji 21. It's live OEHL hockey from Port Elgin, Ontario, Canada. All right, folks, welcome back in to the Plex here in Port Elgin, Ontario, Canada. Andrew Rodgers, of course, with you for the play-by-play here this evening. We were supposed to have 4 games tonight. 3 of them were canceled. Dunnville was supposed to be in Elora to take on the Rocks in the South Division's only matchup tonight, but it was canceled. No rescheduled date has been announced as of yet. Excuse me. Elsewhere in the north, there were supposed to be 2 other games. Lucknow was supposed to travel to Shelburne to take on the Muskies. That has been rescheduled for Friday, January the 23rd at 8:30 in Shelburne. The other game was the Minto 81s. They were supposed to travel to Durham to take on the Thundercats. That game was canceled. No makeup date has been announced as of yet. Hello. Hi. Oh, it's good stuff. But yeah, so third period about to get underway. 5-2 Ripley after a dominant second period that saw him score 4 times to take a commanding 5-2 lead here. And we are underway here in the third. Ripley in the visiting whites and Saugeen Shores in the home navy blues. As this puck is into Fritsch, who sticks it into the corner. Ripley putting on some pressure here to start the third period. There's a shot. Fritsch made the save, and it hits the netting in behind Fritsch, and it'll be whistled down. So we'll get an early face-off here. Ripley just an absolute wagon, and when they get going and they start feeling momentum in a hockey game, they can make a team pay, and they really did in that second period there, as they scored a couple quick ones to take a 3-2 lead, and all of a sudden then it was 5-2 just like that. So, you know, they just have that ability. Here they come again in across the line. Surveys had it knocked off his stick, and Marlowe couldn't get the puck out. Mears plays it in deep to Britton. Britton tried to go high glove and it was stopped. Britton again plays it to Mears. He couldn't get it as it was intercepted and played out center. Fair, oh look out, a stick. The stick was whacked out of one of the players' hands and it ended up in the face of Cody Britton. Hopefully he's all right. That was weird because he was not expecting that. As this puck is played out by the Winterhawks, who are going to go after it, as Hellier was up there looking for it and couldn't get there, and now it's Ripley bringing it up the ice. Fair is going to go after it into the corner against Jones. Jones took him into the boards. Loose stick in behind the net, as not even sure whose stick. Oh, there we go. Lightfoot stick was on the ground. He picked it back up. Now he'll take the McDermott will take the puck and it'll be played in the middle. Lightfoot couldn't get there. It's in behind the net now. Ripley has it as we reached almost the 2 minutes into period number 3. Ripley in control of this game, leading 5-2. This will be played ahead to Lightfoot. He'll get it across center into the Ripley zone. He comes to the outside. Plays it in behind the net. Trying to get there, McDermott. Jones is trying to keep this puck in and does. Lightfoot can't get there though. It's played around the boards. Ethan Skinner plays it into the middle. Visser and Nikolov is knocked down. Fritsch is going to play it around. Mitchell and Satosik get there, and it's out of the zone. And now here comes Froats. And he tripped over the stick that was on the ice. I don't even know who it belonged to. All I know is it hit Britton in the face. Ripley ahead now, and here's Satosik in across the line. Goes to the outside, weak shot wide on the glove side. Nikolov plays it around. McKeag's going to pick it up there for Saugeen Shores. And behind the net now, Winterhawks emerge, and this puck is sent out by Johnstone. Fegan up there looking for it. He'll peel back. Approaching 3 minutes into the third. Just playing. Puck is deep in the Winterhawks zone as Hellier picks it up in behind the net. Great crowd on hand here for Friday, December the 19th. 6 days before Christmas, folks. Moulton has it for Ripley. He'll play it up the boards. It's going to go all the way down and into the Saugeen Shores zone. And that'll be an icing call against Ripley. Face off to the right hand or left hand side of Hamilton. And a big check there into the boards. Donnelly went down. Puck up the boards, and it's going to be kept in. Marlowe with the knuckle puck from the line. Can't get it there to Hamilton. Miles McLean now. Can't get there. It's into the corner, and Winterhawks shoot it right back into the Ripley zone. They tag up, and Ripley's got control of it for now. This is up the boards to the line and out. Donnelly with the check on Bazel. Donnelly again. He gets bodied this time. Now it's going to be picked up by the Ripley Wolves and brought in across the line. Off the glass and out. Donnelly is not going to get there in time, and he'll go in on the forecheck. This is across. Ship is going to tip it into the neutral zone. Hellier back to get it. Plays it over to Rob White. He'll play it up the ice and no further. Ripley has it at their own line. Look out. Almost too many men there for Saugeen Shores, as Donnelly is wrapped up with his man, and that's Carter Surveys as they continue to battle. And that's quite a battle too. Look out, sticks are flying. And they're gonna have to be separated here. Just off to the left here. There we go. And down they go. They just did not want to let go. And I believe it's just a couple of coincidental minors will be handed out here to Carter Survey and Justin Donnelly of the Winterhawks. And no more. That was quite a scrum. I think you could make an argument that they were giving each other bear hugs because of the holidays. Maybe. Maybe. They're just feeling festive. Maybe. I don't know. 15:30 to go here in the third, and we'll get a face-off. We just have to figure out where this face-off's going to be. It's going to come just outside the Winterhawks blue line. $15:30 to go here in the third. Ripley continuing to lead 5-2. It'll be played across and it'll be shot in by the Wolves. 10-minute misconducts also for them, and Fritsch has it and he'll glove it and hold on. So that'll almost effectively take Don. That's, if anything, that's a win for Ripley here in this offsetting penalties, because it puts the second leading scorer of the Winterhawks in the box for the next 12 minutes, and with 15 minutes left in the game. So that's a big blow for Saugeen Shores as they hope to mount a comeback here in the third. Ripley has the puck in the Winterhawks zone. It'll be played to Britton. Shoots. It's in! What a shot. Cody Britton pops the water bottle in behind Clayton Fritsch. That was a delayed reaction because I don't know if anybody in the building thought that was in until it was actually in. What a shot from number 88. And that really might have sank the ship that is the Winterhawks, as it is now a 6-2 Ripley lead. Man, what a shot. As this puck is won back, it's a 6-2 Ripley lead. Cody Britton with the latest. So Mears and Satosik on the assists, and this will be shot in on Fritsch. He'll hold it for the face-off in the Winterhawks zone. Ripley Wolves win this draw, and they'll send it in behind the net. It'll be picked up by the Winterhawks. This is going to be Froats. He had Mitchell, but it was out of his reach, or excuse me, Erbshot. Couldn't get there. Now it's Vegan. He takes a check, gets knocked off the puck. Ripley's going to pick it up and head out of the zone. Now it's Ethan Skinner. He gets checked off the puck, and now we get a little bit more pushing and shoving. And all cooler heads will prevail. And we are 6 minutes into period 3, with the Ripley Wolves now leading 6-2. As McKeag plays it around, it's going to be intercepted by Calling. Jared Calling in the corner, plays it into the middle. To the line, kept in by Moulton. Saugeen Shores trying to gain control of it, can't. Here's a shot, that's off a stick, into the far corner. Nikolov in after it on the forecheck, can't get there. Saugeen Shores trying to bring this puck out of the zone, they can't. Fritsch deflects it to the corner, and the two 11s will battle. Nikolov taking Johnstone in. He gets the worst of that, and it's to the line and out. We played back by Ripley. Bazel gets hit by McKeag, and it's in again for the two 11s. Nikolov and Johnstone go to the ice. And Ripley still has control of the puck, and now they blow the whistle finally, and not really sure what that was. But they connected a couple times on that shift, and Johnstone and Nikolov, and I don't know if there's going to be one penalty or two. So Johnstone's in the box. Nikolov goes to the bench. So one penalty, and it's the Johnstone of the Winterhawks. I'm not really sure how that works, but either way, Ripley on the power play with a 6-2 lead. 13-12 to go. Britton at the line. Plays it in. It's going to be intercepted, though, by Hellier. He can't get the puck out on the first one. Now it's going to be played out by the Winterhawks. Ripley back to get it. Moulton's going to skate it to the blue line, no further. He'll drop it there for Ethan Skinner. He's pressured away by Mitchell, who plays it to Donaldson. He can't corral the puck. Now it's played ahead. Mears puts it across Britton. Britton at center. No real urgency here for the Ripley Wolves. As they play it in, is that going to be icing? Yes. So, I mean, you can essentially play a laid-back, loose style when you have a 6-2 lead in the third period. Especially on the power play, you don't need any real urgency, but either way, Ripley's still on the power play here as Britton goes into the corner, gives it back to Moulton. Moulton's going to skate it out of his own end. He'll bring it across center and into the Winterhawks end. He gets checked down by Hellier. White trying to get it out, can't. Hellier now deep in his own end. Mears sniffing there, can't get the puck. Now it's Ethan Skinner with it. Skinner plays it to Mears. Back to Skinner. Skinner. Oh, Satosik fanned on it. He had a golden shot in the slot area, and he couldn't connect. Now it's Mears. Back to the line to Moulton. Puts it across. Britton scores. There it is. That's a hat trick. Cody Britton with the hat trick goal. Makes it 7-2 as Ripley scores on the power play. And that one beats Clayton Fritsch. And Cody Britton strikes again. Ripley, the daunted power play. And that makes it 7-2 here in the Plex in Port Elgin. So with 11:52 to go, it's 7-2 Ripley. They've scored the last 6 goals of the hockey game. And now it's just a matter of how it's going to finish. So Moulton and Mears on the assist. Britton with the hat trick goal. And that makes it 7-2. Here's Mitchell. Cross center. He dips and dives. Shoots. Save Hamilton. And he'll hold on. This puck is played to the line and out. Jones just shoots it in. And Ripley will take control in their own end. So he played across to Dawson Fair. He'll shoot it ahead. Takes a hit for his troubles, and then his man goes down. Froats on the hit, or Froats on the hit. Ripley trying to gain control of the puck in the Winterhawks zone. Now it's Jones with it. He's going to try and skate it away from his man. Takes him off the ice and gets hauled down. And this will be Ship throwing it back into the Winterhawks end, and they'll go for a change. Well, excuse me, for Britain, it says here 2 goals and 4 assists for Britain. I thought he had the hat trick. So it turns out it's only goal 2, but he has 6 points in the hockey game. As Satosik brings it in across the line, he gets bodied. Fegan plays it around and out as McLean steps off the bench and comes in across the line. McLean shoots. He got bodied and shot it wide. Back for Keegan Angel. He hasn't played a whole lot in this game, but he's on there now, and Johnstone keeps it into the line. Johnstone shoots off a stick and out of play. So in the game here, Ethan Skinner has the hat trick. He has 3. Garrett Mears, a goal, 2 assists for 3 points. Carter Survey, goal, 2 assists, 3 points. Cody Britton, 2 and 4 for 6 in the hockey game thus far. And here they come again. Moulton throws it across. Visser couldn't connect on the pass across. This will be shot out by the Winterhawks and all the way down the ice. No icing, Hamilton out to play it. Good chance there for Ripley again, but thwarted by Saugeen Shores. Here they come again up the ice. And across the line! Oh, look out! And Visser got dragged down, and he draws a penalty for tripping. And Johnstone is heated because the penalty's on him for the trip, and it'll be whistled down. So Johnstone to the box with 9:39 to go in a power play for Ripley here. Face off here in the Winterhawks zone. Ripley well in control here. They lead 7-2 as this puck is out. Donaldson trying to get there. He's got a step. Shoots. Save Hamilton. He hasn't been that busy, but you know, when your offense puts up a touchdown, you know, you just do what you got to do to keep the pucks out, and he's done that when called upon. As the faceoff is won back by the Winterhawks, who keep it at the line from no further, and now here's Satosik. He gets bodied by Donaldson. Now it's kept in by Ripley. Back to Britton. Britton shoots. That one doesn't reach Fritsch, I don't believe, but it's kept in by Mears. Mears back to Britton. Britton shoots again. Stopped by Fritsch. Ethan Skinner. Backhand to Britton. Britton walking the line. Centers. Shot, save, rebound. Fritsch has it, and he'll hang on. Boy, just pandemonium, for Clayton Fritsch, and he's just been peppered all night long. And you know, the shots may say one number, but it feels like it's triple that. 8:56 to go here in the third. Puck in behind the net. Mears plays it back to Britton. Britton going to give it to Mears. Back to Britton. Puts it across. Here's a shot. Doesn't reach. I believe maybe Fritsch got a piece of that. Back to the line to Moulton. Plays it across. Here's a shot. Skinner. Save. And it'll be kept in by Ripley. It's at the line. Moulton has it. Puts it across to Britton. Like I say, 2 and 4 for Britton. Shot across. Scores! Mears. What a pass across that was. And Garrett Mears connects and extends the lead. It's another power play goal for Ripley, and it's 8-2. What started out as a really close contested game in the first period has just gotten into a little bit of a whitewash for Ripley here as they now lead it 8-2. This will be played ahead. It'll be tipped in by Mitchell. Mears with the goal on the power play. Here's a shot. That's wide on the glove hand side of Fritsch. Ripley keeps the puck in. It'll be played in deep. This is Mike Howes with it, number 12. He gets bodied by Andy Mitchell. And behind the net, they battle for it, and Johnstone plays it ahead. Fegan across to Mitchell. He couldn't connect with it. It'll be played out by Ripley. Fegan has it, and he'll be bodied on the puck. Bazel in across the line, can't get a shot away, and Keegan Angel plays it across out of the reach of Miles McLean. This will be played up into the neutral zone area, and Marlowe went to take the shot on the puck and ended up shooting Nikoloff's stick into the zone. McLean to the backhand. Can't get the shot on net. 7:20 to go now here as White keeps it in. White shoots toward the net, deflected away. Marlowe couldn't get that on net. It just went wide. Hellier in deep. This one will be played away by Ripley and into the neutral zone. White had it stripped away, and across the line is Nikolov. Tried to get a shot, couldn't. And Hellier picks it up for Saugeen Shores. It's across. Here's McLean. McLean in across the line. Shoots off a skate and wide into the corner. McLean again backhands it toward the net. He gets bodied in the corner. Now to be played by Jared Calling. He'll throw it across. McLean's going to go to the bench for a change. Here comes Ripley up the ice. To be played across. Calling shoots. Save Fritsch. He's going to hang on. 6:29 to go. This will be played up by McDermott. McDermott throws it back to the line. Here's a shot. Doesn't reach Hamilton. Now here's another chance for Donaldson. Can't get the shot away. Down to 6 minutes to go here in the third. Be played past Jones and out. Herb shot back in his own end to get it. He'll take it in behind the net of Fritsch. 8-2 Ripley is the score as Mears intercepts and throws it wide. This will be out of the zone. That was Ship who took that shot just wide. And it'll be played in by Ripley right in on Fritsch. He'll leave it there for Chad Jones. 5:37 to go here in the third period. This will be turned and fired, and that'll go out of the play. And it'll be whistled down. We'll get a whistle and a face-off back in the Saugeen Shores zone. So be one back. Moulton shoots. Just missing glove hand side. That was a wicked shot from the line. Ethan Skinner in the corner. Plays it back. No one home. This one's all the way out of the zone. 5:12 to go here in the third. The ramifications on the standings for this one. So Saugeen Shores at 9-2-2 coming in would drop to 9-3-2. They still remain a point ahead of the Elmville Harvesters for first. However, the win for the Ripley Wolves put them at 9-2, and that gives them 18 points. So they would be one back of Elmville, so they would sit in third. Elmville in second with 19 points. They are 9-3-1. And then, like I say, Saugeen Shores 1 point ahead. Here's a chance. Good save, Hamilton. And we get a penalty call as McLean went down in front as he got tied up with Moulton, and Moulton's going to go to the box, I believe. So that'll be a power play for Saugeen Shores late here in the third. Moulton to the box as he got tangled up with Miles McLean in front of the net of Jason Hamilton. .432 now to go in third as Ripley wins that faceoff, but Fegan's going to get it back at the line. He'll play it across. Hellier's going to get there for the Winterhawks. Hellier has Fegan, but elects to keep. No shot now as Fegan has it on the half boards. Plays it into the middle. It's intercepted, though, by Satosik, who goes down. Kind of lightly on that hook by Fegan, and it's not called. And 1:32 now to go in the power play for the Winterhawks. They'll play it across. Here's McDermott. He'll come up the ice with speed. He gets bodied by Ferrer, who took the worst of that by the looks of it. And he's going to go off. They battle for it in the corner. 1:14 to go in the power play. Marlowe trying to dig it loose. Ripley going to grab it and play it all the way down the ice. And now we get pushing and shoving in behind the play by Ferrer and Marlowe. So whistle here, and those two will go off. And we still have 1 minute and 7 seconds left in the power play for the Winterhawks, as Marlowe and Dawson Ferrer go off. Face off there as Fegan gets it at the line. He'll play it back to Hellier. He'll walk the line on the backhand, trying to get away from Tyson Sewers, and it'll be back to McDermott. McDermott plays it down low to McLean. Plays it to Fegan. Fegan shoots, save, Hamilton. Rebound, it's still loose. Where is it? And they'll whistle it down. Sorry, penalty to Derek Skinner. And Derek Skinner and Justin Marlowe, as Donnelly's penalty is over alongside Carter Surveys. Donnelly's been in the box for almost the entirety of this third period. Back to the line to Hellier. Oops. Gives it over to Fegan, back to Hellier. He has McLean on the far side, tries to shoot it toward the net. It was blocked there by Ripley. 3 minutes to go here in the third. It's 8-2 Ripley. McLean puts it across Hellier, shoots, deflected, good save by Hamilton. It's going to come to Ripley, and they're going to fire it out of the zone. 12 seconds left in the Winterhawk power play. As Hellier, he'll skate it up out of his own end, looking for a man. Now he has Lightfoot. Lightfoot into the Ripley end, goes wide. Centered, here's a shot, just wide off the stick of Donnelly. Again, barely played in this third period. He spent 12 minutes in the box. 2:20 to go, we're back to even strength here. They battle for it in the corner. Another big check on Mitchell in the corner there as he took a body check. Centers, shot save, rebound. Lightfoot gets dumped. It's a pile up in front of the net of Jason Hamilton as the puck is in the neutral zone. They all get separated and untangled as Donnelly's laid out of the zone. Now he's out, and it'll be picked up by Ripley. Lightfoot again. He'll bring it up the ice and across the line, lost the puck, and they battle for it along the boards. And it'll come loose, and it'll be played away by Ripley right in on Fritsch. 1:35 to go here in the third. 8-2 Ripley is the score. Next time you'll hear from me, tomorrow night, 5:30, Thornbury, Ontario, at the Beaver Valley Community Center and Arena for the Georgian Bay Apple Kings and the Shelburne Muskies. So we played up ahead to Keegan Angel in across the line. He gets that shot away, and we're nearing the final minute of play here in the third. He played ahead by McKegg, and it's gloved into the netting and out of play. 1:01 to go here in the third. Want to take a moment to thank everybody for watching live on YouTube here at the Rio Raji 21. Ripley Wolves and the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks, a North heavyweight matchup as Hamilton makes one more save and throws it into the netting. down to 56.1 to go. Yeah, just want to really say thank you and appreciate all the viewership and for everybody watching here tonight. You know, snowy out there, just rough conditions in terms of the weather. And for those of you who decided to stay cozy in their place and stream the game on YouTube, I really do appreciate it. As there's another check in the corner, McKaig comes together and more pushing and shoving. McKaig's going to get the initial penalty here and not really sure what else is going to transpire. Fitzsimmons chatting with Mike Howes as they're going to need to be separated. .2 to go, and well, I think it's just house cleaning at this point. So players' nights will end early and they'll hit the showers, and that'll do it for that. They'll sort out the penalties and merely a formality at this point. 41.2 clicks on the clock. Been a heck of a game though from Cody Britton. 2 goals, 4 assists, 6 points in the hockey game. And we get a penalty on the Saugeen Shores side of things. And that'll put Ripley on the power play for the remainder of the hockey game unless they're able to score one. Be fired down the ice though by Saugeen Shores, and Hamilton will come out to stop it for Alcombrack. He'll bring it up the ice across center. He'll shoot it in. Fritsch out to stop it. Leaves it there for Johnstone. Down to 13 to go as Johnstone's just going to hold it in behind the net. And the final seconds will tick off. Ripley coming into the Plex here in Port Elgin and taking the win as the final seconds drain off the clock. 8-2 Ripley is the final score here in Saugeen Shores. Thank you very much everyone for watching. With the win, Ripley improves to 9-2. With the loss, Winterhawks fall to 9-3-2. In terms of the winning goaltender, that's Jason Hamilton. He is 5-1 now on the season. Clayton Fritsch takes the loss. He is 6-3-1. I believe that is correct. Anyway, that'll do it. Ripley Wolves win 8-2 here at the Plex in Port Elgin. I am Andrew Rodgers, your play-by-play commentator this evening, saying good night from Port Elgin. We'll see you tomorrow night in Thornbury. Take care, everyone.